One LP.
And I'm Dan Rosette.
And welcome to Untold Truth. Alright, so Instablog has been full of so much gist. And one story we found very, very interesting was about a girl called Favor who is an amputee. And apparently Favor was asked to go and model for a client. And when the client saw her and realized Favor was an amputee, she sent Favor home and said she didn't want to use her. So today we want to discuss if this was fair, if there was discrimination against Favor because she was disabled, or if the modeling agency should have told the client about Favor's condition. Joining us on the show today, we have the one and only Kemi Awoyemi. She is a former model scout as well, and a medical doctor.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me, Simi and Diane. Thank you so much.
It's
such an awesome privilege to be on your show. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. We also have Adenike. Adenike is an author, an activist, a presenter. Am I missing anything else?
No.
Are you sure?
No,
Are you sure? Award winning. All right, so Kemi and Adenike, you guys have heard this story.
Yeah.
First of all, what are your thoughts about it?
Okay, so because I am an amputee, I remember when you explained to me what the topic would be, I mentioned, I actually reached out to Favor directly. And for me, what made the story very interesting is the fact that it was a story and a reality that I could personally associate with. Sadly, the relative that related the story just gave, a shabby, horrid version of the story. And there was hardly any human that would read the thread and not respond or react. So, to be very frank, I don't think that the makeup artist discriminated against her, and I'll explain to you why. Apparently, the makeup artist did not tell Favor to her face that I'm not doing the shoot because you're an amputee. The person simply came up with there's a change of plan. Then the makeup artist did call the agency to say, look, there was a plan I had. We know how makeup artists work. Sometimes they do facial portraits, sometimes they do. We don't know if they had a collaboration with an outfit maker, beads maker, which will entail that the whole picture will be taken. In that instance, I feel like it's very human for the agency to have fully disclosed that the model that we're bringing to you guys is an amputee. Does this person still suit the brief that you have given to us? However, the problem I, have and had with the agency is the fact that the agency went online on social media to put a haphazard and very shabby so-called statement. And in that statement, the agency mentioned a few things. The agency mentioned the fact that they didn't understand why Favor had been crying because she was an amputee, and I felt that is the most inhumane thing and highly insensitive thing to say. It is a reality, I know. You start to feel rejected. You start to feel like nobody wants to work with you. It is what it is. So every single day I wake up in this country, it's a hassle. So I'm glad that Favor is in a different space in her head. And I personally told her, you can either fly with the attention that this thing has given you if you know that you're mentally able to handle it. If you are not, just let this thing die and continue with your solo coded life for you.
All right, thank you, Adenike. Kemi, what do you have to say?
Okay, so definitely as a model scout, I know that when a designer or a makeup artist or any shoot is about to happen, there's a brief. They have an idea of the kind of model they want. They have a particular look in mind. Sometimes they may say, we want a really dark-skinned girl, and then if the agency sends someone that is maybe half chocolate or light skin, they may say, no. So like Adenike said, I don't think it was anything personal about Favor being an amputee. It's definitely about maybe the makeup artist wanting, from the statement she put out, I think she needed her shoulders to show in the shoot, and that definitely would not have been able to happen with her amputated arm. So, but again, I still feel like there are ways that you can communicate this. The way she oh yeah, she said there's been change of plans, and then, but people apparently heard her speaking over the phone, and then
saying over the phone that, oh, I can't use this person,
I can't
because
use
this person.
Exactly. So she heard that, and let's be human here.
Person was, they lacked tact.
Exactly. And then of course the way tact, thank you. The way in which she just said, oh no, and then the agency even called her and said, oh, start going home. Then, like you said, I was really livid when she said, why is she crying? There are psychological effects with being amputated. It goes beyond, oh, you're trying to, these people they're already dealing with, she's young. She's already dealing with self-esteem issues, psychological effects. You don't know what she has been through. The way people look at her, the way people pass, remarks and all of that. So having to be in this industry where, oh yeah, she has a pretty face, she's been working before now, according to what we've been made to understand. And then she goes for this shoot and they're saying, oh no, we don't want you, because why would you send somebody without an arm? Like, that is just, very, it's just, very, very insensitive. Yeah. So I think that, again, it still boils down to communication. Yeah. At the end of the day, when there is a disagreement, communication, how was the message passed across?
Favor's family, also extended family, did not handle it well for first time. So I feel like they blew it out of proportion. And for that reason, the agency also just came back and the makeup artists, and they were counter-reacting to what had been on ground. Most importantly, you need to take the person, the principal, the person concerned into account. The fact that you overheard the conversation, if that is what it is that genuinely happened, then it means that at that point, did she disclose to the makeup artist that, oh, I just overheard you and I just feel like this is not right? In that moment, what did the makeup artist say to her? But if she did not act like she overheard, and then she went on and she responded, I feel like that's another conversation of how we build and train vivid children. Nothing stopped her at that point in time to say, I just overheard your conversation and I feel like you're talking about me, and that is absolutely not right for you to say. In that moment, I promise you that we will not be here, because the makeup artist's guilt would have been guilt-tripped and would have held the shoot and probably just used headshot, changing their whole brief. So again, Kemi has said the communication. There are laws, there are extant laws in Nigeria. Buhari signed it into law. You are not to discriminate, but the reality about these things is that to every rule there's an exception. Your duty as the agency is to disclose fully. Your duty as the person who is getting the job for the makeup artist or communicating with the model is to also disclose fully, to say, this makeup artist has mentioned to us that they need this. Let us reach them and come back to you if you fit their brief. Oh, I'm sorry, they say you do not fit. And in that moment, say, that's fine. Because like Kemi said, they had a picture. Before you do a photo shoot, you have a mental picture of what what you want the finished products to look like. So when you see the person and you go, oh my God, it's like me, someone says they want to model shoes, for instance, and you don't tell the person that Adenike has one leg. Like, seriously, and I don't know what the brief is about. It's also an error on the part of Favor. Maybe because she's young, you should have asked fully what exactly, but maybe she should just say, it's just a shoot, since she's been doing it. So it's many things, but basically communication. So if things were properly communicated, we definitely will not be here. And I hope that this agency has learned its lesson. You do not hurriedly respond or react because you want to put your version of the story out there. Make sure that you're human in whatever interaction. You have no, you guys don't understand what it is to live as an amputee in Lagos. There's really nothing. You want to go to places you cannot go. You want to live a life independent. You just want to be by yourself. You can't. Hospitals, buildings, structures, and then you now go to employment? No.
Yeah. We actually have Favor. Hello, Favor.
Hello.
All right.
Hi.
Hi, Favor. Yeah.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
All right. So you're here with Diane Russett, Simi Dre, Kemi Awoyemi, and Adenike. So Diane, you were saying something. Diane was talking about an instance when she went to a modeling casting.
Yeah.
And they were being very, very, very strict about the type of model they wanted. So Diane, sorry.
So they said, like, if you had spots, if you had stretch mark or whatever, don't even bother. Just already live here. And I'm like, oh wow. So that already even just made me feel some type of way, because I don't even just go inside to even go and in fact audition. Like what's the point exactly? Because you already, and the guy sounded very rude.
Oh, wow.
Do you understand? So he just started looking and he's like, you, yeah, go. So immediately he just started doing that. I was at the back and I was like, okay, you know what? Let me respect myself and just exit this place. And that was what happened. So I feel like sometimes people should be very, very emotional, intelligent about how they actually communicate with people. Yeah, because people are sensitive about things. We already have our insecurities. We all do. Yes. Eventually, so we all battle with things, and the way you put things out there, be very, very lenient when it comes to body type. Because I feel like people are really sensitive about it.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Favor.
Hi.
You're with us?
Yeah, I can.
All right. So, I mean, Favor, you've moved on past the incident, right?
What?
You've moved on past the incident, Favor, but generally, have you still faced any sort of discrimination because of your arm?
Yeah, well, I actually think so. Not in the way I faced this one, but I think I have faced there's been a few situations where something like this happened, and obviously I'm used to this now, so I don't really think it affected me the way this one did.
So you're used to it.
Yeah.
The fact that she's even saying that, I mean, it makes you think that what sort of country are we living in? I mean, it's very difficult for people, but it's very difficult for the average
able-bodied
Do you
Nigerian.
understand?
Yeah.
So moving forward, I mean, how do you think we can change this, the narrative?
So, I think.
How do I think we should change this? I think this is something. It's not people tend to see this as such a big deal when in reality it's not, because I don't think there's anything someone with both arms can do that I can't do, really. So I think it's just the mentality of people thinking, oh, this person looks weird. Like, how are you able to cope? How are you able to do things I can do? And it's not actually so, because I think we are possibly able to do anything we want to do. So I think the only way we could change this is just, thinking about it in the sense that, okay, fine, this person has one arm, or this person has on one leg or something, and you just see, oh, so what? So what if the person, at least the person can move around and the person can do basic things I can do, so I don't think it's so much of a big deal.
Okay, Favor. So thank you so much. Do you want to ask any other question? Because I was going to, for me, I was going to say that I think for the modeling industry, there has to be a change. They would, especially coming from, I've been a model before, I've done runway, I've done editorials and stuff, and they will tell you that when you sign up to be a model, be ready for rejection. Like, they will literally tell you when you go into an agency. But then how do you communicate this rejection? Now, with communication, another thing, because you were saying that, or maybe she's young, maybe she should have asked. There were times that they will just tell you, come for a casting. They can tell you today at 6 p.m. Come for a casting and be there at 8 a.m. tomorrow. You don't know what the casting is about. You don't have a lot of information. So I think that for modeling agencies, they should communicate with your models. They are human beings, and you're sending them, you're working actually for them, because the jobs that they pay, you get a certain percentage. So they're actually working for you, so to speak. So I think that it's very important that communication, adequate and proper communication, should be given, so that they know what they are. And then, of course, for the young girls that are coming in, rejection is life. Like, you would go to places and you would not be accepted into every space. So you need to own it and don't allow it diminish your confidence. Raise your head, hold your head up high, and know that if this door closes, then the next one is going to open for me, and it may even be bigger and better than the one that has closed. So I think
Preach!
And I also feel like, as an amputee, one thing that it's been almost 14 or 15 years now, you must learn to demand what you know that should come to you. You go to a place and you're not accorded entrance because of whatever reasons. You demand to see the manager of the facility. You demand to speak to the person who oversees the day-to-day activities in these places, and you tell them, I am a Nigerian, I am human, I'm living with a special need or a disability or whatever semantics you want to use, and I know for a certainty that I have a right to go into your facility. Nothing might happen in the immediate too. That's the truth. But on the long run, transformation takes time. So when you talk, I hope everybody talks. One day, sometime soon, the change will come.
Yes, one day, one day. Girls, thank you so much. Favor, thank you so much as well for being here today. And hopefully, we will see the change. But join in the conversation as well. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you comment as well on Instagram. Let us know what you think about the topic. Was the modeling agency wrong? Was the client wrong? Leave your comments. We really do want to hear from you. I'm Simi Dre.
I'm Dan Rosset.
This is
for watching
Untold Truth.